In the past couple of weeks I've been traveling a lot and often I had to improvise when it came to working out. I had my rings with me and the ideal situation was when I could find a good spot to hang them. However, there were a lot of cases where I couldn't locate such a place, so I had to come up with another solution. Of course, you can do a lot of stuff having only the ground to work with, but you can't really do any pull movements and I wanted to do full body workouts. So this is how I worked out without any equipment. You don't need any equipment, but you're gonna have to find a specific spots nevertheless. The minimum what you need is a wall like this one. There are some exercises that will benefit from more complex setups, but for me it was very easy to find these spots anywhere I went. Let's start with muscle-ups. This exercise differs a lot from the variation on a bar when it comes to technical aspects, but you need explosive pulling strength in both cases. You can use one leg to distance yourself from the wall and the other one to help you to get on top of it. You do it by quickly bringing your knee up, just be careful not to hit the wall. When you learn the technique, wall variation of the muscle up is easier than the bar one, however it still isn't a piece of cake. Pull-ups can be performed in a couple of ways. An ideal situation is when you can find a ledge like this one. That's basically a bar, just the grip is slightly different and harder. I know it's not easy to find such a spot, so let's move on to a regular wall. Here you need to distance yourself from the wall, not to rip off your skin while performing the exercise. The most convenient way to do it is to keep your feet in one place on the wall. Those wall pull-ups are slightly less difficult for your back muscles, but you use your abs a lot more and the grip is harder to hold. Overall, I find them more difficult but also more fun. Next we move on to dips. The best spot to do them is a corner where the walls meet. This way you don't touch anything with your feet, so it's basically like you're using regular dip bars. I like this variation even more because my wrists are much more comfortable on a flat surface than on a bar. However, you can do dips on a single wall as well. You just need to distance yourself from the wall using your feet. Just like when doing pull-ups, keeping your toes in a fixed spot on the wall is the most convenient way to do it. If you have problems with this exercise, however, you can always kill your triceps with box dips. As for the shoulders, I have two great suggestions. First, the easier one, Pike Push-Ups. All you need is something to elevate your feet and you can start training your shoulders. The harder variation is of course handstand push-up. It doesn't really matter if you do them by the wall or freestanding, both options are great for developing your shoulder strength. You never have to use any equipment for doing push-ups, so there's not much to say here. I just wanted to include every exercise that I use in my full body workout routine. When it comes to ab training, there's a lot of options. If you found a corner for dips, you can use it for knee raises or leg raises as well. If not, then you can do planks, regular or the harder long variation. Finding a spot for L-sit is super easy as well, so that's also a good pick. And lastly, leg exercises. I'm gonna show you my 3 favorite picks. First, step-ups, which require you to find something to step on. That object should ideally be high enough to make your thigh be parallel to the ground when you put your feet on it. Moving on, we've got lunges, which are the most technical and need some flexibility and balance. It can be considered as an advantage though. And lastly, regular squats, which I'm guessing most of you know well. If you feel like all those leg exercises are just too easy, you can always grab a stone or a piece of wood in your hands and do the weighted version. This is the training routine I used when I could not manage to use my rings. That's the beauty of calisthenics. You can improvise and train anywhere you are. If you are moving a lot, every place you train in will be different, and that makes it even more interesting. Thanks for watching, hope you liked the video, and see you in the next one.